child to know exactly the spirit of what you were saying behind the words you spoke. That's just how I am. So I'll cry with you. Yeah, I'm gonna cry with you. Come to Jesus just now. Amen. We're gonna have deliverance, and after that, kick the tub, holler in this pillow. But when you done, we got an action plan to make this happen. Did you hear what I said? And here's my last one. Friends will stick with you. That's Proverbs 16:28 and Proverbs 18:24. People who respect each other and build a solid relationship will enjoy those benefits of what I just said right there. Okay, now, if you stuck with me, here we go. Principle number 1, I said, was mutual enjoyment. Principle number 2, I told you, was respect. Here's number 3, shared experiences. Shared experiences. So going through a significant experience with another person really creates a mutual bond. Okay, the experience can be positive or negative, either one of them. Families come together, they love, enjoy reminiscing about vacations that they took. A lot of times when you see your family at the family reunion, they come back and tell you a whole lot of stories that they had growing up as a child. It's good when grandparents can sit down with their grandchildren, go through a photo album. Amen. I know some of y'all don't know nothing about photo albums now. The only thing you know is about is the camera roll in your phone or the gallery in your phone. But back in the day, we used to have photo albums, amen, with Polaroid pictures, amen, and the pictures from the old camera with the film. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. So you got to remember that. I remember my mother came up to the school. My mother never had to come up to the school. I thank God for my brother. Rest his soul. My brother would always come up to the school. He would handle all the business, amen, because I never got in trouble in school. Honestly, I never got in trouble. I never got suspended at school. Can I tell you something? I never had a detention when I was in school, because I remember my mother told me when I was growing up, if I ever got to come up to that school, you're going to be sorry you ever met me. Did y'all hear what I said? And I'm telling you, my mother was shorter than me when I was in 6th grade. Y'all listen to me. My mother was shorter than me when I was in the 6th grade. So trust me, I wasn't trying to hear that little short black lady come up to that school. Amen. Especially when I saw her take my other brother and pin him up against the wall. I said, no, don't worry about it. That ain't for me. And I remember one time my mama came up to the school, amen, and she just came up there to give me lunch money. Did y'all hear what I said? And I'm telling you right there, I'm telling you, I was shaking in my boots. Are y'all listening to me? And I'm telling you, I remember the things she would talk to me about. I remember those lessons, hear me, when I got grown, because the glory of friendship is not in the outstretched hand, nor is it in the smile, nor is it in the companionship. It is really in the spiritual inspiration that comes to one when they have actually discovered that someone believes in them and is willing to trust in him. I'm telling you, you want to make sure that you have that. Let me give you the last 2 and we up out of here for the day. So number 1, I told you, was actually mutual enjoyment. Number 2, I told you, was respect. 3 was shared experiences. Here's number 4, trust. I love trust, because in trust, you want to make sure that you believe in that. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. You want to write that down. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. Nothing is more important in relationships. If you don't have trust, you don't have much of a relationship. Amen. So if you don't trust the person, amen, if you don't trust them, I'm telling you, I felt that God is going to do some stuff, but we're going to handle what God has called for us to handle. Amen. In trust. Amen. All right. Number 5 is reciprocity. All right. All relationships, experiences, they flow. Sometimes one is the primary giver. All right. Someone is either or. I say it this way. It's either or. One is going to be the more mature one, and there's one that got some growing to do. All right. Relationships that's one-sided will not remain solid. All right. When they continue to actually be out of balance, they become more and more unstable. If you really want a relationship to continue, hear me, somewhere along the line, you got to make some changes. I don't like the way you talk to me. Well, that means you got to make some changes. If you don't like what someone said to you, You might need to make some changes in how you talk. Now watch this here. And also, some conversations. Watch this here. If you know you are a communicative person and you know typing ain't your thing, you might need to get on the phone for people to understand what you're saying. Because all it takes is for you to mess around and say one wrong word in the text. It done went downhill. Did y'all hear what I said? Your relationships will be unstable, they will be unbalanced, and they will be unhealthy if you don't know how to make changes. You can't always be Robbie Peters, not y'all. I know y'all saved. You can't be so hard on people where you don't allow people to make mistakes. I'm talking to me. I know some of y'all don't want to be honest right there. Some of y'all right now, one time they do something, the needle, that was a misdemeanor. Did y'all hear what I just said? So many times we miss the mark because we have kept perpetuating a cycle. So because in your life, you've had a whole lot of people that have made you now become unstable and unhealthy, you're perpetuating the cycle. Y'all ain't talking to me. You grew up in unhealthy relationships. You grew up in unstableness. You grew up in a whole lot of stuff. So that's all you know. So what you do, you keep that same gangster mentality. Amen. Come on, talk to me here. Because mistakes gonna happen. You gonna make them. God knows I make them. I'm reminded that I make them. So I'm telling you this. You're going to have to understand, if you want a relationship to continue to grow, you're going to have to make some changes in some stuff. When you are getting the better of the relationship, something got to change. When the other person is getting the better part, changes got to be made. But when you both are getting the same equal amount, you can continue to let that relationship flourish. Let me give it to you this way. Friendships are like bank accounts. You can't continue to draw on them without making deposits in them. If Robert Peters ain't never preached, he just preached right there. God, I like that. I like that myself. I'm telling you, I just come up with this stuff. I don't know. I just come up with it. I'm not the smartest person in the room, but they are. They are. And some of your relationships right now, y'all overdrawn. You are overdrawn. Lift your hand. Lift your hand, say ouch. You are overdrawn. Yeah, you may give your money, but you're getting something in return that's much more valuable than your money. And watch this here. I'm in a whole lot of relationships where people won't even invest in them. Are y'all listening to me? I remember one time my wife said to me, you put all your money into people, and I never seen them put a dime back into you. She said, I've seen you buy Macy gifts, and you getting Family Dollar gifts. I'll never forget it. And I said, well, maybe it's the thought. Because I like to justify for people. She said, and as long as it's going to be a thought, they're going to continue to treat you like K&G clothes. There's some kind of defect with it. Don't worry about it. And that's how some of y'all's relationships are right now. Y'all in defect. My wife told me that years ago. And some of y'all right now listening to me, you are in relationships where there are defects. Overdrawn. I thank God for Lady M. Lady M said to me one time, I'll never forget this as long as I live. She said, when you quit letting people treat you like trash, will be the moment you will start growing, because you can't go around the world preaching for everybody and everybody has no care for you whatsoever. Did y'all hear what I just said? Lady M told me that. Never forget it. And I'm telling you, that woman of God still to this day is a person that's going to rock with me. Hey, I need this. They going to help me. One of the first people that sold into my credit business. One of the first people that said, hey, look here, you got to have people in your life where relationships cannot continue to be one-sided and remain solid. It ain't going to happen. And too many people in your life, they are overdrawn. Just go through your life. Just go through your life and just start looking at some stuff. Just start looking at what you done put out. Because solid relationships have got to be beneficial to both parties. Each person has got to put their best foot forward. Too many people take advantage of relationships. Let me hear it and let y'all go. Because it's 8:55. I told y'all I was going to be a little longer. That's why I came on at 8:15. Solid relationships. Let's write this down. Solid relationships are always a win-win. If people are not winning, if both of you are not winning, it's not a good relationship. It ain't even going to last. Did y'all hear what I said? It's not even going to last. Not going to last. That's why I thank God for the great friends I got. I thank God for the people that love me. I thank God for the people that's really there for me and help me with the things that I need to do. Because God has been gracious to us. I love all of y'all. I appreciate y'all. I pray that y'all enjoyed me today. Have an amazing and an awesome day, everybody.